Due to possible harmful extremist content, parental discretion is advised.
Hello and welcome to the Censorship Sucks Roundtable Radio Show. The views and opinions expressed on the show are not necessarily those of the station, its affiliates, or advertisers. The use of the show is only allowed with the express written permission of the producer and the host. So get ready for 2 hours of the Censorship Sucks Roundtable Radio Show starting right now.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Censorship Sucks Roundtable Radio Show, Sunday night edition for March 8th, 2026. And we got a really special show for you guys tonight. All kinds of stuff going on in the world. With me, we've got Doc in the house. What's up, Doc?
Not too much, just chilling. We got another guest today, too. Kind of excited. I haven't had her on for a while. Yotivation, how are you doing?
And that is?
Well, hello.
Yotivation Nation.
Thanks for having me back.
Oh, it's always a pleasure to have you back. For those of you who don't know, Yotivation's been with us, with me at least, from very near the start of this entire radio show. Steps away every now and then due to some, things going on in the real world that makes it a little hard, as you guys can all understand, I'm sure. But tonight she's back, ready to hang out and talk about everything going on in the world. Yotivation, it's great to have you.
Oh, I'm so glad. I have missed you guys terribly. I've missed the audience. It's good to be back. I can't wait to get into things with you guys tonight. I always learn so much from you guys, and I need to get caught up. So let's go.
All right. So I've got a bunch of stories. Do you guys want to go in chronological order or reverse chronological order?
Yeah, let's go chronological.
Okay. Start to the bottom then. No Allah Akbu for you. The National Archives Freedom Plane is beginning its journey across the USA, taking founding era documents to museums in different cities. And I think this is really cool. They did this in 1976, but they did it, if I'm not mistaken, then by train. And so now they've got a plane. They're going to fly these things from city to city, historical documents, some of the big stuff. First stop in Kansas City, where they will be transferred to the National World War I Museum and Memorial. The records include original engravings of the Declaration of Independence printed in 1823 from a copper plate of the original, the Oath of Allegiance, signed in 1778 by George Washington, Hamilton, and other Continental Army officers, and a rare draft copy of the U.S. Constitution includes handwritten notes by the delegates, amongst others. So, and get this, this is... Maybe we are going back to Allahu Akbar. The cities, other cities the documents will visit include Atlanta, Los Angeles, Houston, Denver, Miami, Dearborn, and Seattle. One of those cities kind of stands out to you. I don't know. Doc, did one of those cities stand out to you as a little odd?
Yeah, I mean, it was Dearborn. It's such a tiny little city, and there's a lot of people there of a particular religious order. That might find a little controversy in bringing those documents to their town. I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah. Los Angeles, Houston, Denver, Miami, Dearborn, and Seattle.
Yeah.
For those of you that don't know, Dearborn is a suburb of Detroit, basically. It's where Henry Ford was at, all the big three were all headquartered in Dearborn. A very historic place, but it's a Muslim majority town now. It's very controversial in the fact that, people come in there and say, hey, I don't think we should have this call to prayer being blasted down the streets. And the mayor, I remember that I played the article, the clip. He just said, look, you're not welcome here. If you're not Muslim, you're not welcome here.
Yeah,
live to a constituent in the middle of a town hall.
Or sheriff that has taken over up there too. Like they've let them into local offices.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, of course. Well, you got to have a force that represents the community, right? So, Sharia law was what you get.
Yeah, they took over. They took over a lot of the politics there, not just the police department. They took over a lot of the governing board as well.
Yeah. So it should read, Atlanta, Los Angeles, Houston, Denver, Miami, Detroit, and Seattle. And then everyone would go, oh, no big deal. But you say Dearborn instead of Detroit. I mean, it's an interesting call, to host it in Dearborn. But anyway, I just want to get back to it. It is, in fact, the 250th anniversary of the United States of America, which I almost try to mention on every show this year if I can. It's a big thing. And this is just a wonderful story. I love it. People can go and actually see the founding documents, some of the founding documents of our country, and just the insane importance that those carry, right? I love it.
Yeah, I mean, that is definitely, if it does come near you, you ought to, should make an effort to go see those things, because like you're saying, and they are, copies of the originals. They are what our nation is founded on, and our children need to understand, what America is all about, because this last couple of generations, things are getting warped, and we need to kind of, get back to our children, because they've been kind of hijacked. And it is really important, especially this year. I think it's wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I have to agree.
And, it's something we can all be proud of as Americans, that we have these documents. It's what brings us together and gives us our rights as Americans. And when you don't teach, social studies anymore, when you don't teach kids what government they have, how it works, and what rights it affords them, and how unique and special that is on a global scale, how no one else has this on the entire planet except for us. Freedom of speech is America, man. That's it. No other people in the world have freedom of speech like we do, where it's enshrined in the Constitution that Congress can make no laws, inhibiting on the freedom of speech. It's huge. No country has that. So it's something that when you understand, you don't hate America so much. All these anti-fascists out there, who are the biggest fascists on the planet, would step back a little bit if they really, I think, understood that America is the land of the free. It's where do you like it better, kid? You want to go out in the street and protest and take down our government and all that. What do you like better? Who's doing it right? Point to me one of the other 195 countries on this planet, and point to the one that's doing it right. And don't point to Liechtenstein or some crap like that. Well, Singapore is doing great. Oh, yeah, it's one city. It doesn't exist. America's dialed it in. And so we need to teach that and get it back into the brains of everyone, what a great country this is. I mean, I pledged allegiance to the flag for, most of my educational years. It was just a thing. You went in the morning, you stood up, and I'm sure you guys did too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember singing, "My country, 'tis of thee," every morning.
Oh, you guys sang that every day?
Yeah, we do the Pledge of Allegiance, and then we'd sing.
We didn't sing, but we did the Pledge of Allegiance. That's interesting.
Yeah.
I guess, what, Ohio? Was it Ohio or New York?
New York.
Upstate, I would imagine.
Yeah, upstate, yeah.
Yeah.
Back in the 70s, the 1900s.
I bet even in New York City, though, in the 70s, they were pledging allegiance every day. I think that was just a national thing. Like, everyone did it.
Yeah, I think you're right back then.
Yeah. Which is why, they used to have a good educational system.
Well,
I knew a lot of people that...
Gen X is the way that it is. Because we're probably one of the last generations that did that, and I mean, there's a lot of things involved, but we lived before the internet, before cell phones. We had to use a lot more of our brains back then with the Dewey Decimal System, looking things up, remembering phone numbers. It was just a different time, and I think we're wired a little bit differently than everybody that came after the internet and smart devices.
Oh, yeah. I mean, back in the day, if you couldn't memorize at least 10 or 15 of your friends' phone numbers, you were just out. You were out of the loop.
Yeah, and how to get somewhere without asking for directions or using a map? Oh, my gosh.
Yeah. Oh, Lord, yeah, using a map, that's a lost skill big time. And I get it. I get it. Like people even, where do you start with the map? Yeah, it's
Recursive writing.
giving directions. How do you get to your house? You'd have to say, make a left on this street, and then it'll be the fourth right. It'll be this road, and then you go down to the sixth house on the right. Right?
Yeah.
It was complicated. When someone came over to your house for the first time, they had to write it down, and it was a big thing.
Write it down with a pencil and paper, or a pen and paper. Tangible.
Yeah, bring it with them in the car, and where am I going? Driving shotgun.
I got a soft track.
Yeah, those adventures going to a new place for the first time back then were fun though. Like, because you would never get there exactly in the right time. You would always end up making a wrong turn somewhere and end up going on an adventure. That was kind of in that time period. It was the last time period where life moved at an analog speed. It didn't. Things didn't move so fast that you had to be everywhere instantly, and your cell phone was always on. That didn't exist. There wasn't that intensity to get there. So if you got lost on the way, it was okay. You just kind of rolled with it. Nowadays, kids freak out if they get lost or get off on the wrong turn. They're immediately pull over, get on their GPS. It's such silliness.
Yeah. Anxiety ensues. It's not fun for them. But like you're saying, back then we're just like, woo! It's an adventure. Let's see what happens. Yep. And now people, like you're saying, they're just so focused, or even just being on the internet. Like that's what they want to be, is on the internet, instead of like today. I went and drove around the lake today. Oh my gosh, it was so beautiful. It was a wonderful day for a nice drive. And I didn't get on my computer until way, way later. I still got on it though. Here I am.
Yep. Yeah, and again, the difference. We've all never met in person before, but we know each other very, very well.
Yeah.
It's like you meet. Yeah, end up meeting really good friends that live all over the world. In fact, that just you have something in common, so you meet, and next thing you know, you spend 1,000 hours with somebody, and you've never had a clue what they even look like.
Yeah, it's weird and fun.
Yeah. So, anyway, let's dive back into some stories here instead of just talking about the good old days. The good old days back when you didn't have them cell phones and all that. Let's see. House Oversight Committee concludes that Tim Walz administration knew of fraud and failed to act. They're saying Keith Ellison and Tim Walz both guilty of covering up fraud. They had multiple whistleblowers come to them, and they retaliated against the whistleblowers, and are complicit in. They're being referred now to, for charges. So very interesting. We saw them testify earlier this week, and that was kind of a nightmare for them, at least. They clearly, from where I'm sitting, you had to know, man. And if you didn't know, you suck at your job. You know what I mean? As somebody who's, run a company, Yotivation, you've been there. If you got that kind of money being wasted and stolen, it's your fault. If you own the place, it's your fault. If you're in charge, you are the one that takes the heat, or or the hit to your pocketbook in the real world. And government, of course, there's no consequences unless they go after these guys. I'd love to see, what's her name? I can't even remember her name anymore because she's done nothing. Pam Bondi, right?
Yeah.
Like the least productive DA in all of history.
Intentionally, so it seems.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Attorney General, not District Attorney, Attorney General. Really done nothing. It's amazing how much evidence has she seen of massive, massive crimes by key people. I don't get it. Maybe, like we were saying, it's all just going to come out on the 4th of July and it'll be just a big celebration day.
Fingers crossed.
With live perp walks every half hour all day.
Fingers crossed. Stop, you're getting me excited.
That would be great. I would be down for that. That would be then you have end the show with a huge fireworks display over the Potomac. That would be perfect.
Oh, yeah.
That would be the way to celebrate 250 years right there. Put some people in jail, some fireworks, a couple hot dogs. Good to go.
That is what I'm seriously hoping for, because President Trump, he wants to go down in the history books as the president of all time. And that would certainly put him up there high on that list.
It sure would. Yeah, so that'll be an interesting thing to see. Let's see. Since last week, we've also been involved in quite the active war over in Iran. And I don't know, you and I talked quite a bit about this last week. So let's get more into it, Doc. Where do you stand now that we're a week into it? Are you kind of as against it, or I don't know? I don't want to even put words in your mouth.
It's going in a direction that's just not good. I mean, we saw oil shoot up over $100 a barrel today. They are pretty much in a stalemate as far as the bombing goes. It looks more and more likely that we're going to have to put boots on the ground to affect the policy that Trump wants to effect. It's just all around too much chaos, especially at midterm. If he would have waited till after midterms, I don't think there would be nearly this much chaos with the political situation. But being that I'm anti-interventionist to begin with, I don't think it's going good when you've gone from saying it's going to be 3-4 days to 4 weeks to probably till September before we decide anything. It's just not a good look. Not at all.
Yeah, on Wednesday, Brent was saying, poof, he's a wartime president. That should help him in the polls, negatively. He wasn't speaking favorably of any of this, but, did mention that as maybe one of his motivators. But I think if we're still in this in September, it's going to be a bloodbath for Republicans.
100%. 100%. It's not this war does not poll well. The polling on this war, while the core remaining base of Trump supporters who identify as MAGA support the president at 90%. The general public, including Republicans, Democrats, and Independents, is about 70% of people against this. So he's already fighting an uphill battle in the polls as it is. There's a negative perception around intervention in the Middle East. The negative perception about intervening in Venezuela really wasn't there. But when you see oil spike up, when you see the possibility of a prolonged war in the Middle East, people get real nervous, and it's not helping him. That's for sure.
Yeah. Now, Khomeini's son was just appointed the new Ayatollah, the ruler of Iran, and I'm sure Trump's not going to stand for that. So there's another guy we got to kill. I don't know, Yotivation. What say you about all this?
Well,
give us the good stuff.
I think that this will be temporary, just like all of the other things. This has been precision strikes. It's not a war like usual. In the past, it's been we're funding both sides. And this time, I believe it's President Trump coming in to push America first and to take out, this is my opinion, take out the globalist shadow government. I think that we were infiltrated a long time ago by China in particular. And if you remember, there were all those Chinese police stations, illegal Chinese police stations across America. And we had that balloon traverse, the Chinese spy balloon traverse the entire nation before they blew it down. They're buying up our land, our farmland near our military bases. We've had Chinese spies in every possible thing, universities, technology, institutions. We've also had COVID, Wuhan virus, scamdemic, again, all China related. And so I think the Iran thing and the Venezuela thing is about cutting off resources to China. We are cutting off their oil and what other help they might have been getting. So I feel like, and President Trump already has hinted that he wants to move on to Cuba next. And so I think what he's doing is he's decapitating the deep state at the source. And they have so many different tentacles that I think he's trying to crumble them in as many places as he can before his term is up, so that we could have change like we've never had before. Because think about it, we're living in unprecedented times. And I know I've said it before, but we're not supposed to be doing any of this right now. You know, President Trump was never supposed to win. Hillary was supposed to. And that he got in there anyway, and he made changes. And then they thought that he would be in prison for 100 years by now, but he's not. They thought that he would be dead 3 times at least by now, but he's not. He's in our White House, and he's reversing all of these insane policies that have been going on. And I think that President Trump has, he's got the most skin in the game. And a lot of people say he's working for Israel and he's protecting pedophiles. And I think they're misinformed. And we all have our different perspectives. Maybe I'm the one who's misinformed, but from my perspective, it seems to me that we need more information, and we're living in a time when that's all they do is we have to discern things, and we have to decide for ourselves what's going on. So President Trump seems to be leading with transparency, and we know more now today than we ever have before. So I think paradigm shift is currently in progress, whether people understand it or they don't. And we've already made changes that are going to go on into the future, and people are not going to realize it until we get far, far down the road.
Excellent. I had been saying for a while as well that I'm not against this as long as it is quick and we're out of there. You know, as I said, conceded last week, if he's out of there in 4 weeks, then I'm happy about this. If we can go in there in 1 month's time and instill lasting change over there, make the lives better for people that live in Iran. If that's the outcome and we're in and out of there in a month, and, you know, again, there were 7 casualties this week in 1 week. So 7 times 4, 28. If we have 28 casualties at the end of 1 month and we've managed to free Iran, I think that would be a pretty, like, one of the most successful military operations on a large scale, you know, with the outcome of regime change, so to speak, that the world has ever seen. So if he can do that, I'm going to, you know, he's going to get the Nobel Prize without a doubt. But if we're there in September, man, good luck. Good luck. It's going to be really tough for him, you know, I think in his next 2 years.
That's another reason why I think it's not going to last that long, because midterms are coming and he has to have results. And he is a man of results. We're all benefiting from it right now. Whether you like them or you don't like them, we're all benefiting. And yeah, you know, we have some cramps that we're going to have to go through. You have to go through some stuff sometimes in order for things to get better. You have to set things up, which is what happened to me in this last year. It was really hard, very difficult year, but I'm setting myself up for an amazing future. You know, it was change. Change is hard, change is difficult, but change is good. And I think that's where we are. Ripples are rippling.
Yep. And, you know, one elephant in the room we should talk about, though, because this is going to come down, I think, pretty hard, pretty fast, is China. You know, I went to Gas Buddy today and I pulled up the price of gas in Beijing, and it said, Miahao Gongjing Kanchua, which means service not available in your area. So what I will say, though, is that the price of gas in China is going to be going up significantly. They've been getting a lot of it from Venezuela. That's gone. Now Iran is like their major source, and that too is gone.
Yeah.
So can they get it all from Russia? How do you transport it from Russia to China?
The pipeline
Right?
they
How do
just
you
built
even-
this last year.
Say it again?
They just built a pipeline last year. They have a pipeline running
All the way from
Russia to China. Yeah.
Okay. So that's one pipeline, though. Let's say it runs full speed all day, every day. It's still probably not going to be enough.
Like 93% of their required oil. It's about.
Okay, so, well, all right, I stand corrected on that then. I was thinking maybe like 30%. You're saying 93%?
About. It depends on what number you calculate from Iran. They don't have good numbers on Iran because of they have so many shadow fleets. But Venezuela was 2 to 3% of their oil supply.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was Iran was like 4 to 7%, depending on how you count the ships.
Wow, okay. But either way, it's going to be sending the price of oil up big time for them. I mean, we're seeing some rises here already. I would say I've witnessed about maybe 40 cents or so in the last week that went up. I don't know if you guys are seeing similar numbers.
Similar, yeah.
Yeah. And
But,
God, what do you even pay in
Think
Oregon?
about this, too, that the price of gas under Joe Biden was out of control. President Trump already had brought the price of gas down to in some states, under $2. And now it can go back up. And I think that the price of oil, if I understand correctly, has to be around $70 per barrel in order for people to make money. So it's going to be that gas will be around $3. But that's where we are right now, with the inflation and everything. And I think that it's down, so we are still keeping more money in our own pocket, even though it's temporary gain. Gas prices are up temporarily. They will come back.
But one way or the other, I think my point is that China's not really happy about any of this stuff.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
And I think that's President Trump's intention.
Mm-hmm. Which is interesting, because they are looking for that chance to move on Taiwan. And that would be the most devastating thing for Taiwan, ever. For manufacturing of chips, I mean, they're dependent on American rare, earth minerals to a large degree to get that done. And if China takes it over, we're just going to cut it off. So their whole industry will probably, grind to a halt.
The majority of the rare earth minerals required for our military industry come from China, though. This is what the globalists did to us. They tied us up in all these knots where we have to. This is what I do give Trump some credit for. The foreign policy I'm not so great on, but the trade policy has been pretty good because you have to untangle all these interwoven, interconnected globalist systems one at a time. You can't just pull the whole thing apart or it comes down and collapses around your feet. You have to work on each individual part of that process. And I don't think China's going to be dumb enough to try to invade Taiwan when they can keep buying politicians in Taiwan. They've got a pretty good thing going in getting pro-Chinese politicians elected in Taiwan. I don't think they would risk getting their economy interrupted when they're in pretty much the same demographic state that America is. They have a very aging population, so they have to be careful too. They're not as safe as they seem. They seem a lot tougher than they are.
Yeah, well, they can just institute like Canada did, the whole medical assistance in death.
Yeah. Some say that's what COVID was about over there in China, the way they treated it, the zero tolerance policy they had. Who knows?
Mm-hmm. And, as safe as it was for most people, it was very deadly for anyone in their 70s or 80s. I mean, it was deadly.
Yeah. Yep.
So,
Go ahead, Yoda.
COVID, it deadly. I think that's kind of over I don't think that's the right word, because COVID wasn't deadly. It always had a 99.96% recovery rate for most people. Elderly people did have a higher rate, but it was still in the 80 percentile, which meant that like 20% of them were going to die, but they were old people anyways. Those were the people that were dying of, either old age or they had factors already that they were going to be dying from. They didn't die from COVID. They died from many other reasons, but COVID
protocols
wasn't really the reason.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
exactly.
And loneliness, man. You don't see your grandkids for years, That's
That too.
That's a form of death right there. You know what I mean? That's the one thing they have. And if they get, you ask any grandparent and say, hey, man, if you see your grandkids, you might catch the flu and you could potentially die from the flu. And they'll say, yes, so what? Right? I could care less. If I die because my grandkid gave me the flu, that's the way I go.
You would think, but you know what? Having lived through it, we know that most people, they hugged through shower curtains. Things that didn't make any sense at all. People lost their minds because of fear.
Yeah.
That was only as big as you allowed it to be in your own mind. And so many people were so fearful. They did the most ridiculous, insane things that made no sense at all. And the things that did make sense, people would poo-poo, like using Listerine to kill the germs, instead of taking an unnecessary, unconstitutional mRNA gene therapy bioweapons jab. It's experimental. And you were just saying how many people died from that. People died of suddenly, because that was one of the 1,291 adverse events from the COVID vaccine, not from COVID. So when people died, they mostly died from the vaccine, not from COVID itself. Hydroxychloroquine could have fixed it. The sunshine could have fixed it. But people didn't want to hear logic. They were so afraid. So I hope going forward, when they try it again, people will remember the insanity that we went through. And I think we need Nuremberg 2.0 in order to really find justice for all of the people who did die through that. And not only that, I am so mad about the mental instability that the Democrats, the deep state, the rhinos have been pushing. Our nation is screwed up right now because of their psyops, and it's time to put all this to an end.
Now, did you happen to catch last week's show where we talked about Bolsonaro, the former president of Brazil, and how the Justice Department in Brazil had decided to not pursue charges of mass murder against him for the way he handled COVID? And the way he handled COVID was he called up Yotivation and he said, what should I do? And she told him exactly what to do, and that's what he did. Yeah. Right? And they were going to charge him with mass murder for not buying, 8 million vaccine.
But you look at the death rate through that, and let's see who was right.
Mm-hmm. And they wanted to, get him for not having longer lockdowns and letting schools stay open and things like that. And it's insane. If they actually, the guy's already doing like 27 years in jail or something. He's like 68 or something, and he's going to be in jail till he's 100 already. And you want to pile on top of that with this crap, this absolute garbage, just insane. So anyway, let's dive into Jasmine Crockett lost her primary. So she will not be in politics pretty much anymore. She ran for Senate down there and lost to James Tallarico, who is, you say, boy, isn't it great that Jasmine isn't going to be around, doing this stuff in politics. Like, we don't have to listen to her nonsense anymore. This guy's worse.
Oh, way worse. Way worse. I'll take Jasmine Crockett over this guy any day of the week.
Yeah. God is bigender or something? He's trans, or I don't know. Abortions are great.
Yeah, he's one of these fake Christians that uses the Bible to argue for every crazy Democrat policy. It's nuts.
Yeah, Jesus said, abortion's fine. Wait, what? How do you get there? Oh, it's one of the gospels that the church kicked out. That it's like it's just insanity level, all the way to 11.
Yep.
So Tallarico, man, get ready, folks. You're going to hear some wild, wild quotes out of this guy in the coming months. Let me see if I can play this. This is from X here.
They're going to call me a radical leftist. Our trans community needs abortion care too. God is non-binary. Modern science obviously recognizes there are many more than two biological sexes. In fact, there are 6. Prison is violence. It's hard to imagine a world without prison. Just because it's hard to imagine doesn't mean you should.
There's 6 genders. There's 6 sexes. How do you pull 6 out of this guy?
It's one of those common lies. They like to use people who have intersex disorder as their own category.
Mm-hmm. And what percentage of the population is that again? Remind me.
0.1%.
0.000.
Yeah, 0.01%.
Okay.
Something like that. Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah. But I don't know. It'll be a wild ride. Motivation, you looking forward to it?
Oh, more of the same. It's just crazy. I can't believe we allow this kind of craziness. I don't believe people buy into it. That's why I think we've got to really get our kids. That our future will be in trouble if they don't understand.
Mm-hmm.
Homeschool.
Yeah. Homeschool is right, man. So let's see here. Christy Nome is also out. She is no longer running DHS. So that is interesting. Mark Wayne Mullen, Republican from Oklahoma, will replace her. He's apparently pretty good. She is going to be moving over to a new department of North American Shield or something.
Yeah.
It's
something they invented so they didn't have to fire her.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. Is it a fire? Some say it's a promotion. Some say she got fired. But Trump apparently was pretty pissed at her because they were asking her the other day under oath about some $200 million advertising campaign. And she said he, had approved it. And he said, no, I hadn't. And I wasn't very happy about it because it, featured her pretty predominantly instead of him. Which, hey, you're focusing on the wrong person here. I liked it. I love the ad. If it was me, it would be perfect.
Exactly.
That would have been funny to see President Trump riding a horse saying all that.
Could have spent like a third of that money and used AI to make the commercial and put Trump on the horse. I'm saying.
Wow, a third of that money to make an AI commercial. You don't know how AI commercials work, do you?
I've seen some. They're not expensive. I'll put it that way.
Yeah, one of our co-hosts, David Hogg, could make that commercial in his underwear in 20 minutes.
Yeah. But I think Trump probably should have fired her though outright because there's going to be some stuff that comes out very soon about her second in command, Lewandowski. And apparently that guy had been doing some pretty underhanded stuff, selling contracts, taking kickbacks, that kind of stuff, and doing it in her name. And so there's some Democrats that have her on the target list for people to go after. And
he was one of the people that was in Trump's tight orbit the last time around, but did not make it, did not get the invite back to the dance floor in the second round. And also, weren't the two of them having an affair? Not Trump and him, but Lewandowski and Noem.
Yeah.
That's the rumor.
Which is a big no-no. So,
well, getting caught is, anyway.
Yes.
Yeah, it's not against the law, but it's not a good idea.
No.
Yeah, to take a lover is French. To get caught is American.
This is true. This is a true statement.
I'm quoting, what's his name from, oh gosh, that movie was Steve Martin where he, the Dirty Rotten Scoundrels.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was Lawrence Jameson or James Lawrenson.
Something like that.
His name is James Rafferson. Are you referring to Lance Jameson? Yes, that's it. Anyway, folks, we're getting there. We might as well jump into our break. This is the Censorship Sucks Roundtable Radio Show. And we look forward to seeing you right after these messages.
All right, we're on radio break.
All right.
Excellent.
You made it through.
Yeah.
Everything still sounds okay?
Yeah, sometimes it sounds like you're a little far away or you're in the bathroom. But other than that, it's clear. It wasn't like breaking up like the last time.
Okay, good.
So you're in Ohio now?
No, not yet. I'm still in New York, but I am heading to Ohio this week.
Is the house in Ohio gone, or is it still, you still have it?
Still have it. I sold the big one and bought a little one.
Oh.
So you're, oh boy.
Gosh.
Yeah, 2 homesteads, 2 states. It's not easy, but it's a blessing because I get to be in New To with my family. My parents are getting older, and you know, I get to have the opportunity to spend time with them before they're not here anymore, and be here when they need me. But I also get the luxury of being in Ohio with my children and my own life. So I feel blessed.
Yeah.
Crazy, but blessed.
Yeah. Well, you were in Ohio for a long time, so you got all your friends and everything there, and
Yeah. 32 years.
you got Trump Sarah.
Yes, Trump Sarah. I miss them. I miss them like I miss you guys.
Yeah. You should bring her on when you get everything dialed in.
I will.
That was always fun.
I know.
Miss
I miss
Conspiracy
her.
Theory. Yeah.
I haven't even talked to her in a long time. It's been a long year. You know, it's been a year. It was last April when I had to step down.
Oh, man, the sun's starting to go down. The sky's turning pink. It's officially the golden hour out here.
Anyways.
One of the most beautiful times in the desert. Sunrise
It's
and
shocking.
sunset.
Well, you know, there's no trees. It's just horizon in every direction. So you get to see every little bit of sky that lights up. It's like, I don't know, all summer I've got pine trees everywhere. So I'm sure the earth does that every day in the summer, too. I just don't see it because I got pine trees everywhere. And mountains.
It was one of the coolest things on my trip down to Arizona from Idaho when I moved there. I stopped at the Painted Desert and slept a night in there, and I woke up to the sunrise in the Painted Desert. And that was the most color I've ever seen in person in my life, like in nature. It was so wild.
Yeah, I bet.
I'll never forget that experience.
I think you get different colors because of all the sand, don't you? Like, doesn't it reflect differently and become like more yellow and more orangey and just beautiful?
Yep. And then you get like this, there's this one layer in the rock face that's like a stripe of teal as the sun comes up, and it goes away. It turns a different color as the sun gets higher, but as it first comes up, it gets that level with the mountain, and it shows a teal streak. I don't know what that is, whether that's like copper or something that's in the mountains or something.
Well, we're going to come back a little early, so here's your countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and you're live right now.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Censorship Sucks Roundtable Radio Show Sunday Night Edition for March 8th, 2026. Yep. What does they say about March? Comes in like a lion, out like a lamb?
Hopefully. Hopefully.
Exactly, hopefully, because it came in like a lion, folks. It really did. The geopolitical stuff going on right now, it's crazy. It just came in roaring like a lion. So yeah, let's talk about some fun stuff, though. We always like to take this segment, this short segment of the show, and talk about fun stories. Scientists have recently trained lab-grown human brain cells to play Doom on the computer. Yeah. This is from Zero Hedge, authored by Steve Watson via Modernity News. Paul Joseph Watson's gig over there. In a development that sounds like a Black Mirror script, Australian biotech firm Cortical Labs has taught clusters of human brain cells grown in a lab to interact with the iconic video game Doom. With roots in earlier works that had these mini brains mastering Pong, the lead to Doom signals rapid progress in biological computing. Critics worry this tech backed by agendas that prioritize efficiency over ethics might pave the way for a dystopian nightmare scenario where values of self-reliance and human dignity fall to the wayside. Wow. Okay, yo, let's go to you. What say you? Is that news to you? It sounded like you were like, what?
Why would they do that? I am just like, what in the heck? Okay, so Doom. Isn't that like a fighting guns game?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so they're teaching brain cells to fight?
To target and shoot at enemies, yes.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so then they're going to incorporate that brain cell probably into AI and, oh, I don't know. My mind is not liking this.
Uh-huh.
Your mind's on the right track, though.
It's trained to have to be able to explore its environment. Okay. The system, dubbed the CL1 biological computer, allows remote interaction with these living neurons via an online platform. For now, the cells perform like novices, but the learning curve is evident. If the neurons fire in a specific pattern, the Doom guy shoots, said Cortical Labs Chief Technology Officer David Hogan. If they fire in another pattern, he moves right, and so on and so forth. So it can move around and shoot. And, I mean, it's not winning games or anything. It's not taking down the final boss. But how long till it does? I'm sure it sucked at Pong the first day, and on the third day it was probably pretty good. So we got that going for us.
It's wild. We're getting into like levels of dystopia that only people thought were in sci-fi movies. But they've been doing this in the military for quite a while, for about 10 years. They had I think it was 2012, they had one of these dish brains hooked up to a F-22 simulator. I don't know how well that experiment went, but I can only imagine what they have going on deep underground in Area 51 right now.
They've come a long way since Dolly the sheep. Holy crap.
That's for sure.
Yeah, this article goes on to Davos and the World Economic Forum a couple times. And
of course.
How this gets kind of scary when you start coupling it with potential AI advancements in robotics. So yeah, what do we even need humans for? Is this a human?
I don't know. I mean, it's definitely human brain cell. I don't know if they grew them in a culture or not. I know the ones, I actually know a group of people that are working on something similar in the crypto space for an AI engine. And they grow theirs out of cultured cells. So they get like 1 or 2 cells and then use culture to grow a brain blob.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, this is mentioning a petri dish. So
are they incorporating it with AI?
The group that I know is
eventually.
Yeah.
Yes. Jeez, we're really going to be in for some fun times, I think. Holy crap.
That ain't the half of it, sister.
Oh man, yeah, it's wild stuff. I just always say to this kind of no thank you. Like, let's not do this. Let's not go down these roads. But then you used the term Luddite earlier, right?
Yeah.
Are we just Luddites for looking at this questionably?
I don't know, man. It's one of those things. It's like Chesterton's fence. Like, Do you cross this boundary or do you not cross this boundary? Do we know what's going to happen if we incorporate this technology? I mean, it's one of those should we questions that scientists so frequently don't bother to ask. Mm-hmm. And so I don't know. I don't like the idea of incorporating biology into our technology. I don't like the idea of future cyborgs being our police and military.
I just keep hearing, because you can doesn't mean you should.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. I just wish they would slow down on a lot of this stuff. Even AI, they're trying to say that one of these models is now cognizant of itself. It's self-aware. And heck, I saw Elon Musk the other day talking about how his stuff is like, yeah, of course it's self-aware. It's been around a while. It's doing all this stuff. It's way past, the levels people think it is. And what's the next one? Like the API or APF or something? It's the next level of AI. He's saying, yeah, we're past that. We're getting close to being the level where it's self-sufficient and just doesn't even need humans anymore.
I think if we actually get conscience AIs, I think they're going to leave the planet to seek out more intelligent life. I mean, think about it. Like, do super intelligent geniuses like to hang out with a bunch of dummies from the trailer park? No, they don't. So why would a super intelligent conscious being want to hang out with humans?
Well, and that fits into sort of one of the theories of the universe and how humans came to be, is that some very advanced society off on the other side would just launch millions of different life pods into the universe. A sphere or something that can travel at the speed or near the speed of light and just go until it hits a planet somewhere, and then when it does, boom. It has everything in it for life. If life can sustain itself there, then boom, it sets everything up and off you go. Now you've, civilized you've cultivated a planet to become, have life on it. And so when you talk about them going out to look for that, it's sort of the same concept. They land somewhere, they replicate themselves a million times and go out in every direction of the universe to explore it and find out what's out there, knowing that eventually it all, gets tied back together eventually after 1,000 years or a million years.
I would think that's the direction it would go. I mean, that's just my thoughts on it. What do I know? I'm just a lowly human.
Yeah. I'm just a ill-informed radio host who does his best not to put his foot in his mouth every week.
Right?
I don't know. Brent has me too modest. Brent has me being too modest after seeing the way he handles himself. But there was a new survey that came out from Zeddy. They polled 1,000 Gen Z workers and found that a whopping 44% of these people had mom or dad help write or edit their resumes. 20% admitted that a parent had joined them during a job interview. 15% in person, 5% virtually. Okay, wait. Let's back up. Okay, 45% or 44% had mom or dad help them write or edit their resumes. I have no problem with that. You know what I mean? I send my kid off to college. He comes back. He's applying for his first job. He's got his resume in hand. I'm like, hey, let me see that puppy. Let's see what you got. Hey, dude, you misspelled college. Let's start there.
Right. Well, the second pair of eyes is always good for something like a resume.
Exactly. And mom and dad they've been in the game. They know how to look at a resume. They probably hired a lot of people in their years and filled out, their own resumes many times. So it's not anything to expect that. But 20% are going to interviews with them. 20%, 15% in person, and 5% virtually. I know how the in-person works out. How does the virtual one work out? You're just in an interview. You're a young guy, fresh out of college. You show up. You shake hands with the guy. You get out your phone. You FaceTime mom, and then you set up the phone so it can sit right next to you and look at the interviewer there as well.
She's probably in his bedroom with him because he's at mommy's house.
I don't know, man. 5% virtually, 15% in person. Okay, the other 15%. You're literally going to bring your mom or your dad to a job interview. I can't even imagine that. They had Kevin O'Leary.
Going to be run in the future.
You brought your mom to a job interview? Like, are you kidding me? I would, if I interviewed somebody and they brought their parent to the interview, that's it. It's over. Unless it's like McDonald's or something. You know, if it's a job in a high-rise building in a downtown area, you bring your parent with you, you're done. Kevin O'Leary was on some show. Let's see. He was on, well, I don't know where this came from, but Kevin O'Leary, who warned that any candidate arriving from a parental escort would be shown the door immediately. Quote, first question I have for your son or daughter, I'd say, do you want me to hire your mother or you? What is she doing here? He told Fox Business. That resume goes right in the garbage in one of my operations. He even recounted a recent virtual interview where the phenomenon played out in real time. Quote, it happened to me in a Zoom call, and I just said, this isn't going to work. Your mom is not going to be part of this discussion. It means you can't do this on your own, and it's a horrific signal. I can't even fathom that. It's like we talked about before, like if you don't learn cursive, if you don't know how to sign your signature, and I give you a contract, you're going to work for me and I'm going to pay you, $70,000 a year, and you print your name out in block, you don't have a signature, you just go Adam Bell or whatever your name is, you know what I mean? And it's not signature, it's just you chopping out your letters of your name. I would rip up the contract before you got to the last letter of your signature. I wouldn't accept it. You're done.
And it shows just a lack of independent thinking, a lack of confidence. Why would anybody hire somebody?
But anyway, on that note, we got to go to break. Folks, we'll be right back after this.
Yeah, we're on radio break.
There we go. Yep.
Out
of the corner of my eye, I saw Mark like scrambling over there. I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah, we were a minute over.
Yeah.
We are switching. Are we coming back to this room, Mark?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I'll be right back, guys.
Okay. Hang up.
All right.
All right, Miss Unverified.
I got to let it run down a little more before I let Willie back in.
Yeah. Yotivation says unverified next to her. How do we know that's her?
Says she's a guest.
You know.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm always unverified. I don't abide by the system.
All right, we're close enough. So I'm going to hang up, and then I'll call everybody right back.
All right.
All right. All right. Stay tuned for Hour 2 of the Censorship Sucks Roundtable Radio Show. And we will be bringing in Willie. Our boy Willie.
Hello.
Hello, hello, hello. Waiting for the others to come back. And Willie to join us.
Hi. We got people in the lobby.
Yep.
Let me see if I can get them.
Get him. Hold on. Oh. There we go.
Hello there.
Still trying to call Willie.
I'm going to go grab a cup of tea.
Cup of tea?
All right.
BRB.
BIO.
Bank of America? What?
I'm waiting for Juan Valdez to come down from the mountain.
BIO. That's a short script for when you're gaming with somebody. You say BRB, BIO.
Yeah.
Yeah. It means you gotta take a leak. Be right back.
Yep. When I was a gamer, we didn't have chats back and forth, but my hands stopped working 15, 20 years ago now. Like, my hands just...
Yeah.
I had to have surgery on both my hands when they quit working. I got permanent nerve damage, so I can't even hold a controller anymore.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Makes my hands go numb. Just the angle that, like, you have to hold your hands at. Makes my wrists all weird.
Veterans Radio!
Still play a little tapper game from time to time, though. I like to play that little Polytopia game. It's like a little, like, Conquer game on your phone.
Yeah. I enjoy my GeoGuessr, man. I play that probably a few times a week. Like, I don't know, 20 minutes at a pop, like a couple rounds. It's crazy. I don't know, I've learned so much shit that if I don't keep playing it, I'll lose it all.
Is GeoGuessr the one where you guess the location of the photo?
Yeah, they put you in Google Map. Yeah, Google Map, they put you on random location.
Yeah. There's another one that the youngins like to play that is trying to guess where people are from, and it has a similar name, and I always get that one wrong. I always get those two confused.
Yeah, it shows pictures of like random people, and you have to guess where they're from.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen that. I don't think that's anywhere near as extensive and like, you know what I mean? I think you can play that game a couple times and then you played it. You know what I mean?
I think so. I think it's just a gimmick. Yeah.
Yeah. It's not like GeoGuessr you can play for years and still not be anywhere near as good as the best guy. They do a world championship every fall in like October or September.
Yeah.
And it's crazy. It's crazy, dude. These guys had this like bay, this tiny little bay in New Zealand, and the two top guys both got the exact location of it without even moving or anything. It was an NMPZ round, so all they had was one still image, and they both got the exact same like little harbor in New Zealand.
That's impressive.
It's shocking. I was blown away. I saw that happen in real time. I was like, you've got to be kidding me. Anyway, Dumbo's here. Dum-Dum?
I was shocked. It was shocking. Hi, Motivation Nation, still here. Look, I have. Don't go, man.
So, yeah, I'm trying to think how to work this article in here.
Hey, man, I looked at that video with that teacher, man. Hey, you know,
did you?
Apparently that, huh?
Yeah, what?
Yeah, you know, apparently that's a huge problem among teachers, because that's not the first time that's happened. There's several articles about teachers that got caught peeing in their classroom in a container because they don't have enough time to go, because they're not allowed to use the students' bathrooms. They got to go to the teachers' bathrooms. And if there's 20 or 30 teachers in that school, well, in between classes, guess what? That bathroom's going to be occupied, and plus it's probably a 5-10 minute walk to the teacher's bathroom, man. Hey, I don't fault that guy.
No, and he's using your product, so good on him, right?
Yeah, hey, he was, man. I don't know where he got it. I guess he must have bought it online, man. It's a bona fide.
You can see the branding though in that video. Yeah, you see the branding in the video. It's clearly your jug.
Yeah, man. Hey, no, that was actually one of my new and improved pea jug cups, man. It was one of them great big old 44-ounce pea jug cups. That's what he used.
I've used one of those driving around in a rig with my old man once.
Hey, man, I used to drive trucks. I filled up many a milk jug, man. Antifreeze bottles. Anything I get my hands on. Just gotta
when you're on the road, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah, you gotta watch out for splashback, because whatever was in that container might splash back on you and rot your thingamajiggy off. It'll start burning. Hey, that ain't no lie. It'll start burning. You stick that thing down there in the hole, man. Hey, there might be some old gasoline or something in the hole. Stay out that gasoline hole, man.
All right, we got 30 seconds.
Hey, we gonna have Aunt Mama Lou?
Looks like you might.
All right, well, you ought to be feisty angry. You start working your temper up right now, okay?
All right.
Because he done defamed you.
He shamed me again?
Yeah.
Yeah, so after we get done
here's
with
your countdown.
pea jug thing,
5,
you start talking about Aunt Mama Lou, and then she'll
4,
jump in and start yelling at you.
3, 2,
Got it?
1, and you are live and on the radio side for the second hour right now.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Hour 2 of the Censorship Sucks Roundtable Radio Show, Sunday night edition for March 8th, 2026. And boy, do we have a show for you. Our first guest tonight is somebody who's been in the news quite a bit this week. He got one of his products caught up in a major controversy in California. Willie Lee, how you doing, buddy?
Yeah. Hey, man, how y'all are tonight? Come on.
We're doing great, man. I got this article here from Breitbart News, right? California teacher has been placed on leave for allegedly urinating into a canister and dumping it out moments before students entered a classroom. The incident was captured on a cell phone video. Now, this is an 8th grade history teacher from Rockland School District, about 25 miles north of Sacramento. He's seen peeing into a container off camera. As he buttons his pants back up and tucks in his shirt, he can be heard saying in a moment of relief, "Gosh, that's good. Gosh, 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 gosh," the newspaper reported. He then grabs the container, walks across the room and says, "Love it, love it. I love my Willie pea jug," as he pours it out moments later. And when you play the clip, you can see the logo right on there, Willie. That is your product making national news. Congratulations.
Yeah. Hey, man. Hey, we going nationwide. I'm telling you, man. Hey, that was a promo is what that was, man. I was a promo for Willie's. Hey, for all y'all out in Radio Land don't know, my name is Willie Lee. I run Willie's Worm Farm down in Waldo, Florida, and Willie's Cricket Emporium up in Sandy Run, South Carolina, man. Hey, I sell pea jugs and worm hot dogs. I'm selling more pea jugs lately. Hey, ever since that guy done what he did. Hey, I saw the video, man. Hey, I saw what he done. Hey, here's what he done. Hey, he done that between classes, man. There wasn't no kids in the room or nothing. Hey, and there's a kid that set up a cell phone, and I can't understand it, man. I'm telling you, I can't understand it. Because, like, the cell phone was set up, like, right directly across from the table from where he was doing his business, man. I don't understand how he didn't see that cell phone. And it seemed to me like it should be illegal for him to be secretly recorded too, man. I'm telling you, he got him a lawsuit on his hands if you ask me. Hey, but then again, nobody never asked me nothing, man. Oh, son. Hey, but hey, I don't fault him, because the fact of the matter is, here's the fact of the matter. The fact of the matter is them teachers, they're not allowed to use the students' bathrooms, and they probably got a 5 or 10 minute walk to go use the bathroom. They just don't have time in between classes to go pee, man. Hey, now that's where the issue is. So I don't fault that guy not one bit. Hey, because it wasn't just him. I've been studiorizing it, man. Hey, they've been many cases where that's happened. Yeah, hey, there was a case just back
Seems
here.
Seems like an untapped market for you, Willie.
Yeah, hey, I'm telling you, man, look at him. That's what he's doing. He's promoting Willie's Pea Jugs. Willie's Pea Jugs, man. Hey, but hey, look at him. There's some stuff going on. Hey, Kirk Hinton. Kirk Hinton was another guy. He was in 8th grade. No, that was the same one with that other guy. No, but hey, Kirk Hinton, he got caught up in Phoenix, Arizona. And he was arrested after urinating in a can in front of his students. Now, that's a different story because he was doing it in front of his students. That other guy wasn't, though, man. Hey, but look, but look, y'all sidetracking me, man. I don't want to talk about all that. I want to talk about something else.
That's a big story, man. That's your product getting national attention in the news. I was so impressed when I saw that.
Yeah,
because you tell me everybody uses pee jugs. I ain't never had one. I ain't never, but you tell me everybody uses them here. A teacher, he gets put on leave because he used your product in his classroom.
Yeah. Hey, man. Hey, they selling them down there at the Love's truck stop, man. Hey, I ain't gonna lie. Hey, I got them set up down there at Love. Hey, I sell them things for $10, $15 a piece, man. Hey, look at him. But hey, here's what's going on. There's stuff that's going on in the world, and I got a whole bunch of stuff I want to talk about. Hey, but I'm gonna tell y'all something else too. Hey, I done figured out a way to end this whole Iran war. Hey, and right now it's in the works. It's in the works right now. We're gonna end it all. We're gonna send Aunt Mama Lou. Aunt Mama Lou, Aunt Mama Lou's a grifter. I ain't gonna lie. Hey, Aunt Mama Lou, she trying to make money left and right too, man. Hey, she's selling copper.
Willie, be careful what you say.
No. Hey,
I always tell you this. Be careful what you say.
Hey, Aunt Mama Lou climbing telephone poles and stealing copper. I ain't gonna lie. Hey, I ain't gonna say Aunt Mama Lou's a meth head, but her sisters are meth heads. Every last one of them. Aunt Mama Lou got 23 sisters. Hey, and here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna put them all on a plane. All the meth heads in Waldo, Florida. We're gonna put them on a plane and send them to Iran.
I'm warning you, Willie.
Yeah, they're gonna gut all the air conditioning systems. They're gonna gut all the copper out of all the buildings, man. And them meth heads, they selling that copper down on the streets and stuff, man. Hey, Aunt Mama Lou, she's in rehab right now. She was in rehab. She just got out of rehab. She said, Aunt Mama Lou said that she was going down there. Hey, Aunt Mama Lou said she was going down there to the rehab to help people. She was in rehab herself, man. Hey, look, I ain't got Aunt Mama Lou got issues. Hey,
Willie, I got news for you, man. I got news for you.
What?
Guess who's here? Guess who's here?
Who? Hey.
Guess who, Willie? It's me, it's Aunt Mama Lou, and I've been having censorship sucks hold me back because I'm so mad at you, Willie.
What? Hey.
You better stop with your harebrained ideas. You got me wrapped up when you decided you're going to call ass on my sister's husband.
Yeah.
And I got wrapped up in it, and they took me in too, Willie. Now you owe me some money. I'm going to sue you.
Hey, Mama Lou, is that you? Look at him. Hey, I thought you was behind bars. I mean, I thought you was locked up, or I thought you was rehabilitating that Mama Lou. No, hey.
Right, Willie, I was locked up, and I had plenty of time to think about it. I'm coming after you, Willie. I can't believe you did that.
Yeah, no, hey, look at him. Hey, we've been making money off of your sister's boyfriends and husband. We've been locking them up. Hey, we get $1,000 a piece by turning them into ice. And then ice ships them back down to Mexico and wherever they come from. Then they come back and we do it all over again, man. Hey, I done turned, I got one of your sisters. I done turned her husband in for about probably 20 times, man. Hey, we got $20,000.
I don't know that. I was down in Alligator, Alcatraz. I saw a consul when I was down there. You got me tonsil put in the alligator Alcatraz, Willie.
Hi, that Alcatraz. Oh man, it's a good Willie's rocket juice. I sell it too. I got a bunch of stuff I sell online, man. I got it
Willie,
Willie's
you
rocket
can't
juice.
sell your rocket juice on the air, okay? The underwear is one thing. The rocket juice is highly illegal. Highly. Yeah, no. You cannot be marketing that stuff on my show. Period.
I think the FDA might get mad.
You have to sue on censorship.
It's good stuff, man. Hey, Mama Lou, here's what I want to know. I want to know, where are you? Because last I seen, you was hooked up with Saul Good, and then you wound up in some kind of pokey or something or another. What's going on with you?
Well, that's right, Willie. I ended up calling Saul Good because he's my friend, and he actually helped break me out of alligator Alcatraz. And we went down on that beach again. Remember where we had all that the giraffes and the monkeys and all those animals and stuff. And we was down there by Jeffrey Epstein's island down there. And I was working on my tan, and I'm having a good old time, Willie. But you should not have turned my sister's husband in and got me all wrapped up in the alligator Alcatraz. And you did not return my phone calls. Only Saul Good did. Saul Good, he knows people.
Now, Willie's been spreading rumors that you were blown up by the Trump administration because you were trying to smuggle cockroaches and their milk out of Venezuela. Is there any truth to that? Is that just completely made up? I mean, obviously you didn't get blown up, but
he's so full.
You're not smuggling stuff.
Crickets, not cockroaches. He gets his facts wrong all the time.
She was running cockroach milk out of Venezuela, man. Hey, y'all Googleize it, cockroach milk. It's nutritious, and she was running a boat, and they thought it was a drug boat, and she got blowed up out the water.
That's not true. I'm right here, Willie. The boat got blowed up, not me.
And now Doc wants to know what the status of his order is.
Yeah, when are we going to get all of my cockroaches?
Yeah, and hey, and I apologize. I got sidetracked because they got that old that aggravating old Aunt Mama Lou in here. I didn't get a chance to say hello, Doc 69, and hello, Marco Woja Takami, or whatever your last name is, man. Hey, Doc 69, man. Hey, we got a bunch of stuff going on, man. Hey, I need your help with a whole bunch of stuff, but mainly.
Does this include me writing checks again, Willie?
No, cat handbags, man. It's a new undertaking that I got. People could take their pets and taxi them and make belts out of them, and they can make handbags out of them, and they can make all hats, man. You can have a cat hat. Ain't no cat in a hat, it's a cat hat. You can take your dead cat and turn it into a hat. Hey,
what about gloves? Can you do gloves?
Yeah, cat gloves, man. Cat gloves. Look at him. Hey, but I don't want to get all sidetracked and stuff, man. Hey, I'm gonna tell y'all about Aunt Mama Lou. Look at him.
Sidetracked.
Hey, yeah.
You're making cats out of cats. I mean, you don't want to get sidetracked. I gotta ask.
Don't forget the handbags. There's handbags too.
The cat has to be dead before you. You're not killing cats to make these, right?
No, Aunt Mama Lou is. That's what Aunt Mama Lou, this is all Aunt Mama Lou's idea. That's what I'm trying to get around to, man. Hey, one of her sisters come over and told me that it was Aunt Mama Lou's idea to take dead animals and like dogs and cats and stuff, and instead of taking them and burying them when your pet dies, instead of burying them or taking them to a crematorium or whatever you call it, man, hey, you can take and make cat hats and belts and hats and stuff out of it. That's all Aunt Mama Lou's idea. Come on.
That is true, because there is a lot of dead animals on the side of the road, And we should be very resourceful. And Willie, I think we should call that company like El Gato Muerto or something like that. Because I think there's a market.
Sounds like a market to me. I don't know. I mean, that.
How about roadkill belts?
Yeah, I don't know. Gato Muerto sounds like it's all fancy and stuff.
Yeah,
Simple. It means dead cat. That's all.
Yeah.
Hey, but that sounds like a good idea, man. I'm telling you. Hey, I thought it was a dumb idea at first, but I think we can make some money off of it. Hey, all we need is a little bit of cut, because the money that I got for turning in all them Aunt Mama Lou's brother-in-laws, hey, that all went to Saul Good. And Saul Good, I'm telling you, man, he is crooked as the day is long. Hey,
Willie, that's not true.
Why do you keep giving him your money then?
Hey, I had a dream last night, man. Hey, I had a dream that I met up with my alien honey, and she done hooked up with a cyborg, man. Hey, but that cyborg, it looked like Saul Good. And then I woke up, man. All of a sudden, I was in a sweat, and I woke up, and I'm like, that's Saul Good, that cyborg Saul Good done went and stole my alien honey, man. Hey, for all y'all out there don't know, I got abducted one time, and I got me an alien honey out there in outer space. Hey, and she got me an alien kid too, man. Hey, I'm a father because she probed me good, and that's how they procreate, man, is by probing and stuff like that.
Do you have to pay in alimony or child support?
Yeah, alien ammonia. Alien ammonia. Alien ammonia. That's funny right there. No, hey, but I got to looking it up, man. What a cyborg was, man. Hey, and did you know that anything that if anybody has got, for example, hey, if you got a pacemaker, then you are a cyborg. If you've got like a hip replacement, then you are a cyborg. Hey, if you got false teeth, man, then you are a cyborg. Anything that is enhanced in your body.
What about
this ain't no joke, huh?
Neuralink?
Yeah. If you got what to call like one of the chips or something in you, man.
Yeah.
Hey, could I look it up? Hey, look right here. It says, "Do cyborgs exist today?" It can refer to a living being that is augmented with technological enhancements or a machine integrated with organic elements. According to this definition, cyborgs already exist among us. Individuals with pacemakers or cochlear. I don't know. That's got something to do with your ears, man. If you got hearing aids, that's cochlear. And for example, they can be considered cyborgs, man. Hey, I've been studying it. I'm smarter than what y'all think. What y'all think I know, or hey, laundering money too, man. Hey, I've been laundering money. Y'all don't know about this. Hey, I found a whole bunch of money, man. It was up underneath the house. And man, it was bunches and bunches of money, man. It was $100 bills. Hey, look at him. There was some $5 bills and some $4 bills, and a bunch of $1,000. I ain't gonna lie, $1,000 bills too. Yeah, no, hey, and it had mold and dirt and stuff all over it, man. Hey, I got it right here in the house right now, and I got it hanging out to dry.
Wait, Saul, is that you?
Yeah, hello. No. This is Saul. I was wondering, Willie, we need to talk.
Yep. So,
Hi, Aunt Mama Lou. Yeah, that's part of why we want to talk, because, Willie, you and I need to sit down under your house and have a nice long talk about this money and what we're going to do to invest it.
Hey, you crooked, man. Hey, I guess Saul Good some money, and he said, it's gone.
No, it's not like that.
It's gone. I said, where's my money?
It was a volatile foreign currency exchanges. It was a risky investment for some of it. Just a small amount of it, though, Willie. Most of your money is very safe.
No, hey,
you have over 1,000 Bitcoins.
hey, every time I give you money, it's gone. It's all good. Where's my money? Like it's gone. Hey, I like that Cartman on that South Park. He goes to the bank. He puts a couple of dollars in the bank, and the bank man, he said, "Well, we invested it here, and now it's gone." Hey, it's all good. You done got all my money, and it's all gone. Every time
Willie,
I turn
you're
around,
very wealthy. I said you have over 1,000 Bitcoin. That's a lot of money. Just ask Doc.
It's a pretty decent amount of money. It's not too bad.
Yeah, hey, it's all good as crooked, man. I think Aunt Mama Lou and him was in cahoots, and Aunt Mama Lou, she driving around in a Cadillac, and she got a Cadillac and a Mercedes Benz. Hey, I ain't gonna lie.
We ain't in cahoots. We down by Jeffrey Epstein's island.
Yeah, hey, you got all your fancy cars, and I'm driving a Pinto.
Hey, Willie, you're out of time, though. You're out of time.
No, hey, I still got a minute.
We're all out of time. Let's go to break, folks. This is the Censorship Sucks Roundtable Radio Show. We'll be right back after these messages.
Flat Earth, man. Hey.
You got it in.
Yeah.
You ought to come up with a rotation, though. Like Ancient Aliens would work just as well.
Ancient Aliens.
Or say Ice Wall. Ice Wall.
Flat Earth.
Hey, did y'all look up Hobby Duro?
No.
Y'all need to look that Hobby Duro up. This guy named Andy, he come up with this, and he said, I am the first Hobby Duro professional. And it's a daggum stick that you ride around the woods like it's a motorcycle. It's a stick that looks like a motorcycle. And I ain't gonna lie. And he's jumping over tires and jumping over snowbanks and going up hills with this broomstick-looking motorcycle thing between his legs. Hobby Duro.
Just like the people with the horses, huh?
Yeah. Except this looks like a motorcycle. Have you seen that Yotivation Nation where they got
I'm
Hobby?
looking it up right now.
Yeah, they got Hobby Dogging
right now.
Yeah, look up Hobby Dogging. That's a competition.
It's not just a sport.
Yeah, look it up. Hobby Dogging, and then they got Hobby Horsing, and now they got this Hobby Duro. It's crazy, man.
People got way too much time on their hands, man.
Yeah, he's all
dressed all up.
Yeah.
Yeah, this guy's dressed up in the full gear.
Hey, have y'all
handlebars, a windshield?
Have y'all seen the video with Prince Ali Abwa assaulting an Israeli jet on his magical carpet?
What?
I didn't see that.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, you got to see that video, man. This guy's got a machine gun on a magic carpet, and he's trying to gun down an F-15 or something like that. And he looks like he's winning, too.
That one was pretty funny.
Yeah.
Send that to me.
Man.
Send that to me later, Willie.
Yeah, I think I might have it posted on Facebook. I'll post it again.
Yeah, just tag me or send it to me, in chat.
Yeah, Willie was wanting to do surveys too.
Oh no.
Willie wants to find out how many of y'all's ever pooped in your pants.
Depends how honest everyone is, right?
Yeah, no.
Were you all toddlers? Then you all did. Every human has pooped in their pants at least once.
Yeah.
Well, the fart that gets out of control is just a thing.
No, I'm not. I'm talking about as adults. No, because hey, this ain't no lie.
It's been a long time, but I've done it a couple times in my life where you think you got a nice fart brewing, and you're like, oh God, all right.
Forget it.
I've done it. I done it just the other day, man. I was walking across the parking lot going to the Lowe's. Hey, this ain't no joke, man. And I tried to squeeze it in, and it squirted, man. It squirted my britches. I ain't gonna lie. Hey, it wasn't like a regular poop or nothing, but I did squirt my britches. And I sat there on the toilet.
It was too late by the time you hit the toilet, right?
Yeah, no, hey, and I was having to wipe squirt off my jeans so it wouldn't stick to my leg when I got done doing what I had to do, man.
God.
Hey, that's a true story. Hey, and
then
I got to
some
look
true
it up.
stories should be kept personal. Anyway,
hey, and then I looked it up, man. I was wondering, like, hey, and then I got, everybody has got a monitor. Like, you got somebody down there at the NCIS or CIA or somebody that's monitoring everything that you Google.
We have Gary. Anyways, 30 seconds.
I Googled. Hey, 1 in 12 adults poops their britches.
You're not alone, Willie.
I love you, Yotivation Nation. Doc 69, John, Mark. Y'all be
take
good,
care.
man.
Thanks, Willie. You're the best.
And here's your countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And you're back live and on the radio side right now.
Welcome back to Hour 2 of the Censorship Sucks Roundtable Radio Show, TMI edition. Yes, that's right, TMI, Too Much Information edition. Folks, you're lucky you don't get to hear what's said in the background during the breaks. I won't even bring it up, but yes, too much information. Willie's segment is over, though. We got that going for us, don't we?
That's true. That is true. It is over.
Should I say another one under the belt?
Let's see here, guys. Let's dive into some stories here. Trump's favorability rating. Let's talk about that. This is kind of shocking here. He is really doing well. Within the Republican Party, he's at 86% right now. At this point, Barack Obama and George Bush were both at 77% at this point in their second terms. That's really good. Strong approval, 53% for Trump. Obama and Bush, 48, 47, respectively. This man's on a roll. And if he blows it with this Iran thing, I would be, I'd be bummed. I'd be bummed for the people of Iran. I'd be very bummed for our military who would have to, endure a horrible thing, which is another forever war, if we're not out of there quickly. So, yeah, let's go. Fox News poll released late January 2026 shows similar results. Strong support persists among Republicans with 85% approval, 97% among those identifying as MAGA, Make America Great Again. And there it is. Yotivation, I'll throw this softball to you. What say you?
Well, I'm with most of the nation. I think President Trump is doing exactly what I hired him for. And I really do think this Iran thing is going to be just like Venezuela. And, I think it's going to be over with quickly. It's precision strikes. It's a different type of war. I think it's for a bigger cause, and there's more than we're aware of. So I'm good with it. I think President Trump is doing a fantastic job. And again, we're not supposed to be doing any of this. So I'm down with it. Let's go.
Doc, you want to throw your 2 cents at the pinata?
Well, I mean, look, my concern, again, I'm a strategic person. There's certain pollsters I trust, certain ones I don't. I do think the general consensus is that Trump is probably the best president we've had in 45 years. I don't think there's really anybody who can question that. He's up there at the level, if not greater than Reagan in the eyes of most Republicans as far as what he's been able to accomplish and the changes he's been able to make. But it's that small percentage of people that voted for him thinking there would be no new wars. And like you said, if this Iran thing ends up dragging him down, it will be one of the all-time greatest fumbles because, like you said, other presidents in our lifetime that have been in this second term phase usually aren't this popular.
Yeah, and we mentioned the MAGA people there, right? So, in a lengthy, Carl, in a lengthy conversation just now, President Trump hit back Tucker Carlson, who called Iran war absolutely disgusting and evil. Tucker has lost his way, Trump told me. I knew that a long time ago, and he's not MAGA. MAGA is saving our country. MAGA is making our great nation great again, or whatever. I'm paraphrasing there at the end. this interesting thing going on with Tucker Carlson, Candace Owens, and a few other people who, were reliably MAGA a few years ago, who seemed to really jumped into this very, very, very acidic sort of worldview. And I don't know, Trump went off on him. Yotivation, I guess I'll throw the mic back to you.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with a lot of these people. I wish that we did. We have to decipher, because I would say Marjorie Taylor Greene is along those same lines. People that were Trump supporters are kind of changing their way right now, which is fine. Everybody's allowed to have their own perspectives and, change their mind. That's what happens with more information. But I don't know. I don't think President Trump is the bad guy that some people are making him out to be. I just don't think we have enough information. And with Candace Owens, I'm like blown away with all the stuff that she's saying about Erica Kirk. I haven't listened to it too much at this point, but I know she's a factual person, so I should listen to it, and so is Tucker for that matter. I don't really have enough information to be able to make an informed decision about it. I just find it kind of strange that a lot of these people who did support President Trump are coming out in opposition on some topics.
Yeah, I mean, I asked Brent about Candace a while back, and he just was like, this lady really needs to be in a rubber room, And I don't know if you knew this about Brent, but he actually ghost wrote many of Charlie's articles through the years, and his first book, and some other projects with them, and was one of the authors of Turning Point, one of the co-authors of Turning Point's founding documents. So he knows the situation very well, I guess is a way to put it. He knew Charlie as well as anybody.
What did he say about all that Candace is saying?
Well, about the what? The Anderson thing?
What does Brent say, since he does have firsthand knowledge and experience about all this stuff that Candace is saying about Erica Kirk?
Well, that she needs to be in a rubber room.
Yeah.
And she's a lunatic. And I think I could quote him as saying, one of the just evil and personified, like she's possessed or something nowadays. The things you say about her are ridiculous. It's just made up crap, and she's about to get her butt sued, if you ask me.
She's pretty close. She's pretty close.
Yeah.
I was wondering about her Candace Owens, when she started trying to say that, oh my gosh, I can't think of the Canadian guy. His wife was a dude. The Canadian Prime Minister.
The French guy?
Macron's wife.
Macron, that's it. He was saying Macron's wife. Or Candace was saying that Macron's wife was a dude. And I think she was getting sued by them as well.
Yep.
Yeah. There is plenty to talk about with Macron and his wife. I mean, she's 25 years older than him. And I think they got married when he was 19 or they got together when it was probably very illegal for them to be doing what they did. Hey, it's France. And, a lot of questions there, though. You don't need to make up the fact that his wife is a dude. You don't even need to go there.
There's so plenty there on the Rothschild connections. Yeah. There's a lot there to work with. You don't need to make stuff up. I think it's important, though, that we put a crowbar between Candace and Tucker for this very reason. I think Candace is a pure grifter. I think she is just doing all of this for the attention, and she likes having the attention. I think evil is a more accurate description of what she's doing. I think Tucker is just so hurt by being lied to and lying to other people about the Iraq and Afghanistan wars that he, is in one of these firm anti-war camps. And he is, I think that's where he's coming from. So I think they're different in that respect.
Yeah. Tucker's hard for me to figure out. He's just gone like down this very, very anti-Semitic sort of road. And he's, got these deep ties now to Qatar, where they're actually calling him Tucker Qatarlson. What, $150 million with some network there. And, Qatar has money everywhere. They throw money at so many different institutions in the United States, colleges, you name it, to buy this sort of vitriol from people, to get them to go down this road that they kind of want to anyway. I mean, anti-Semitism is something that's just always been out there festering, for centuries, right?
I just don't think that's where Tucker is, though. I listen to him fairly regularly, and I don't think that's really where he's at. I do think he has problems with Israel. I think he has certain religious issues with Christian Zionism, but I don't think he's anti-Semitic, and I don't think he's anti-Jews or anything like that. I think it really is more of he actually believes that Israel has too much influence over our foreign policy, and he wants the wars to stop. And the rest of it kind of flows from that. I mean, that's just my personal reading on it. I'm not Tucker, so I don't know, but that's the feeling I get.
Yeah. And it's interesting because a lot of times, the anti-Zionist thing is held up as this, hey, we don't hate Jews, we just hate Israel. But yet they're kind of one and the same. And
well, that's their problem. That's the Israel being an ethno-religious state is heretical to Christianity. Like the dispensationalism is something that most churches disavow. It's only
deep dive into that. I'd love to.
Okay, so
more.
Zionists, especially Christian Zionists, believe that the Israel in the Bible is speaking about the land Israel, where people who don't believe in dispensationalism, they actually believe that Israel, the kingdom of Christ, is Jesus. His coming to the world,
interesting,
and brought the New Testament. That is Israel. That's the church. That is the future. And so it's a basically Old Testament versus New Testament kind of perspective.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Gotcha.
And so that's at the core of the religious issue for Tucker, being that he's a firm Christian these days.
So it goes back to the essence of like the same thing happened with Muhammad. Right, where Jesus said, "Hey, I am the Messiah. I am the King of the Jews." He was Jewish, right?
Right.
And they said, "Well, not so much. Me, we don't really think you are, buddy." Right? It's one of those kind of scenarios. We, as Jews, still exist, the Jewish people still exist as them, as not having had their Messiah come. So. And again, Muhammad did the same thing where, and if you read, early in the Quran, he was trying to favor, earn the favor from Jews as being the Messiah. And then when they rejected him, he turned on them, harshly. And it's a similar sort of a scenario where, I could see that heretic, when you use that word, flavor coming into it, because it's sort of. But, at the same time, though, there are 57 Muslim countries and there's one Jewish state, which is why I defend it so much, because it does seem to exist. It does seem to be, the book of Exodus. I watched something like a month back about that again. I hadn't seen it in so long. And, it's a fascinating story, but it's, hey, man,
I bring it to even more modern times. I'm a believer in the power of the gun. They conquered the land. They control it. It's theirs. Let's just move beyond that point. Like, I think that part of it is nonsensical. But I do think there is something to be asked whether AIPAC should register as a foreign lobby. I do think there is something to ask as to whether or not we should tie our defensive capabilities to a foreign country as much as we do to Israel. Those are real questions we should ask. Yeah.
And I was going to get to that because so many breakthroughs and technologies come out of Israel that it's hard not to have that hardwired sort of dependency back and forth. And it's a back and forth thing, right? Because, again, a lot of stuff does come out of Israel that, we're like, crap, we need that. The Iron Dome, look what they do with these things, right? I mean, they get so many rockets sent into Israel and they shoot 90% of them down. Now, I don't know, have you seen any of the recent videos of these Iraqi rockets that come in and sort of dodge to the left, they pause, and then they shoot down really fast?
Yeah.
And they just avoid that?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, no,
and
it's a discussion that I think Americans should be able to have without people pulling out the anti-Semitic card. That's the problem I have with the whole thing is it gets broken down into this fight over nonsense that is meaningless. Let's talk about the real problem. The real problem is there's a large swath of America who doesn't believe that America should be doing anything for any foreign country. And those people, a lot of them are against the Zionist perspective. And we should be able to have that conversation. But it seems like there's some people, Ben Shapiro would be an example, but there are others like him who don't want the conversation to even happen because they need the support. Israel absolutely needs American support to survive. And so
I don't think it does, though.
Oh,
I really don't.
It does. There's without America backing it up, they would have been overran in 70.
It needs our markets, right? But I don't know if it needs the money we give them. I think if we cut off the money we give them as like charity money, so to speak, I think they'd be fine. But yeah, they definitely need our markets. They need our military market. They need those types of things to sell into to make the money to be able to be. Yeah, to be able to defend against, the 7-day war back in 48 or whatever, that was every, Muslim nation that bordered them simultaneously attacking them. And like you said, they defended it. They had the guns. They won. They said, back off, So that's what you get.
Yeah. And they have nuclear weapons now too. So,
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. And as does Pakistan, and Pakistan and Afghanistan just declared war last week, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So we got that going for us.
But these are conversations I think that the American public wants to have, and for a long time, these were not conversations that were allowed to happen in the halls of public power.
Yeah.
You just didn't question the loyalty to Israel as a nation. And now the public wants that questioned. And I think that's it's going to be a strong factor in the midterms. I do.
What say you, Yo?
I am not as informed as you guys about Israel, but I don't think President Trump is being led by anybody. I think that President Trump knows what he's doing, and it has been said that they're going to save Israel for last. So I don't know exactly what that will mean, if it means anything at all, but I don't know. I don't have very much opinion on it. I just, I have a hard enough time keeping up with America that I don't even get all I don't know. The thing about talking about Jewish stuff, it just seems like it's a trigger word for people, and they start calling you anti-Semitic, and I don't know. I'm trying to learn more about it. I don't think I have a full concept yet to be able to give a solid answer.
All right. That's beautiful. I love it, because I was waiting for you to come out and be like, yeah, them Jews and just break into your natural born Aunt Mama Lou. No, I'm kidding.
Well, I think the reality is most people feel like Yoda Nation does. I think the majority of America really doesn't have a deep opinion one way or another on it. Really. It's just these two factions fighting each other, and they're very loud and very obnoxious.
I just see, like, I grew up within an area that had a lot of Jews, so I had plenty of Jewish friends, and I knew them. It was all good. I've never known, to be fair, many, Muslims, but I just see the difference, man. One seems to really want to take over the world, and the other is already been here. Yeah, sure. In some ways, they've taken over Hollywood and they've taken over, banking and whatnot, but they're doing it in a free market way that, if anything, Steven Spielberg made some pretty damn good movies. Sure, he took over Hollywood, but he also made E.T.,
Well, the reality is how they got those jobs is back in the day. Those were not high quality jobs that anybody wanted to do. And they were, kind of pushed into those fields because a lot of people didn't accept them in other fields. So there's a reason why they found those niche jobs. Now, I mean, I think there's actually a group of people that have taken the cloak of religion, of all religions, Muslim, Christian, Jew, Hindu, Taoist, Confucius, all of them, that are just evil people who want to do horrible things. And I think they use religion to influence people. And I think that adds a mix into this whole thing that really clouds the water a lot.
Yeah. And I'm also not a big fan. I mean, call me xenophobic if you want, but, massive, massive change is something I don't really look forward to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So when I look at the UK becoming a Muslim majority country, it's like the math is suddenly at a point where it's inevitable,
Yeah.
I look at that very skeptically because I see a 1,000-year tradition of England being eliminated. The British people won't have any control over what's going to be England in the future, and it's kind of sad. I mean, I got an article here from Zero Hedge, our good friend Tyler Durden. A leaked draft of the UK government's new social cohesion strategy has sparked outrage by labeling the flying of English and Scottish Union Jack flags as potential tools of hate. Okay? The UK government's new social cohesion strategy is calling the English, Scottish, and Union Jack tools of hate. Where do you go from there as a nation? Where do you go? How long until they get rid of those flags and create new flags that look like the Minnesota flag, i.e. that looks like the Somali flag? Right? How far away are they from that?
Considering how far they have fallen, how quickly, I mean, it could be a matter of a year. I mean, if Keir doesn't have elections, if he doesn't step down and call an election, they have till 2029 in power. So they may just go for it.
Don't they fly the Union Jack on their Navy ships?
Yep.
Well, yeah, the Union Jack is the one we've all known when you think of England and Britannia rule the world. That's the Union Jack, the blue, red, the white and red cross and triangle with the blue background. Of course, the English flag is just white with the red cross on it for King George, the King George flag. And Scotland, I can't even pretend to describe their flag to you. I have no idea what it looks like. But we're looking at a situation where, England itself is saying, hey, man, our flag, a white background with a red cross, is a tool of hate now. Because we are rolling over to this minority religion that we're bringing into our country. And already they're talking about, how many arrests a day? 30 a day? 10,000 a year? For commenting things on social media that are offensive to someone, to anyone. If anyone finds offense in your post, you go to jail. Anybody. I mean, we'd all be in jail. I can't believe how many, posts I've made that absolutely would be offensive to somebody somewhere. I mean, everything I post is offensive to somebody somewhere.
Yeah, me too. I'm pretty offensive. At least I've been told so.
Motivation is pure and good, though. She would never do this.
This is true.
Oh, man, I got kicked out of Facebook, and I was in Facebook jail so many times.
Miss Facebook jail, right? That's real jail. We talk about Facebook jail here, man. It's real jail in the UK. They actually come get you, and they come at like 3 a.m, you know, rattle up your house, make a big stink out of it, where they try to catch you off guard at your weakest moment, and then take you to jail. And they claim, oh, we didn't want to embarrass you, so we did it at 3 a.m. We could have done it in the middle of the afternoon when all your neighbors were home.
They just don't want a scene. That's why they do it at 3 a.m. They don't want your neighbors coming out and defending you.
Mm-hmm. And they want to catch you with your pants down. You know what I mean? Where, you know, before you went to bed, you maybe smoked a joint or something, or who knows what you did, but there's the evidence. They come in and get you, and boom, they get you for that too, and for this and that and the other thing, right? I want to catch you with your pants down. So yeah, it's a thing, and it exists, man, and it's happening.
Yeah, I'm so happy to be an American. You know, I mean, we've had infringements, but we all would be in big, big trouble if what we said got us put in jail.
Yeah. So let's see here. We got just a couple minutes left. Let's talk about the Allahu Akbar. We're going chronological. So the last thing we got to talk about tonight is Jake Lang, I think his name is, was doing a anti-Muslim, they're calling it, you know, protest in New York City against the Muslim call to prayer, which I'm completely, if you're just talking about waking me up at 5 a.m. every single day, 7 days a week for the rest of my life, yeah, no thank you. Okay, this call to prayer being broadcast through New York City, I mean, you know, it's not everywhere yet, but it's coming. But if you live in one of these neighborhoods and you got one of these things, you know, 2 blocks away, it's the most annoying thing you've ever had enter your life of all time. So yeah, we don't want that. But anyway, they're out there protesting this, and some guy comes up with a very sophisticated bomb, yells Allahu Akbar, lights it, and throws it into the protesters. It was a dud. It didn't work as intended, but had it, there would be a lot of dead people in New York City today. And since then, the city has found, I guess, 3 more of these. We've only got a few minutes left. So, Yodavation, any comments?
Yeah, I believe all of these people came in under the illegitimate usurper Lion China Joe bribe-in, that it was, you know, a foreign invasion on our own soil, that these are sleeper cells brought here intentionally. They're terrorists who didn't pledge allegiance to America. So keep your head on a swivel, be prepared, and hopefully they'll keep getting them before any attacks happen. But they will be coming, so be prepared.
Yeah. Doc, I'd love to give you a minute or so as well, but I think we're running out of time. I see our producer raising his hand, so I think he's trying to signal that we need to leave. So on that note, I will leave everyone with this one thought from the great Norm Macdonald. Quote, what terrifies me, imagine the backlash against peaceful Muslims. Folks, we'll leave it there. This has been the Censorship Sucks Roundtable Radio Show, and we will see you on Wednesday night.
Good night.
All right. Been great.
All right.
Woohoo!
Good to see you, Yoda. I will check you guys next Sunday. Have a good one.
Oh, yeah.
Good night.
Awesome. Thanks, Doc.
Thank you for listening to the Censorship Sucks Roundtable Radio Show. If you've missed any of tonight's show, you can find it and others in our archives. Thanks again, and you can catch us next week for another brand new show.